Out on hand tonight, so some good weather, and tonight is Pink Out Night. And so I believe at halftime they're going to be honoring breast cancer survivors and those still battling that terrible disease. As the officials give the ball to Daniel Perez, who has handled the kicking duties for the Trojans this year. Back deep for the Tigers will be number 7, Josh Bridges, and I believe number 5, Simon Rickman. And we're ready. And here's a kick. It's short, down the middle, takes a hop, and reverse play, actually a fake reverse by Bridges.
Oh, good tackle.
Trojans read it well, yeah. So Bridges received that kickoff on the left side of the field and then faked a reverse to the other returner, kept it for himself, and didn't you mention it? Poe read that well, tackled at the 22-yard line. That's where Murray will start their opening drive.
Returning by number 7, Joshua Bridges.
Wyatt Robbins, quarterback for the Tigers, will start off out of the shotgun. He'll have a back to his left. A couple of wideouts either way. Robbins calls for the snap. And he looks to his right. He's got an open receiver. That's Curd, who catches the ball for a short gain. Actually, no, I think that may have been an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it went right through his hands.
All right, so that'll be 2nd and 10. And from the first snap, I think we saw what the Tigers want to do, which is quick drops, get that ball out fast. Robbins looks to the sideline for the play call. Looks like the head coach has play calling duties. Robbins, that pistol look with the back behind him, gives it to that back, and he's got some running room right up the middle. And I believe that was Josh Bridges on the carry, but good enough for a first down. Actually gets the ball all the way out to the 35, call it the 36-yard line. And that's where the Trojans are going to be a little susceptible as the Tigers seek to spread you out and create some room, running room between the tackles. Robbins out of the shotgun. Looking to his left. He's got a receiver open in the flat. But Robbins fell as he threw the ball. The pass was well short to the intended receiver, Cunningham.
Looks like Webster's playing a little bit of a different defensive front tonight than we have, it seems like, all year. And I'd say it'd take just a minute or two for us to adjust and kind of get used to that run game.
Hopefully it confuses the offense as well as the defense sort of evolves to maybe a little different style. 2nd and 10 from the 35 for the Tigers. No score here, 11:27 left in the first quarter. Robbins calls for the snap. He's looking to pass. Got a receiver open, Bridges, out in the left flat. Pass a little high, but he comes down with a catch and gets about 7 yards. So that'll make it 3rd and short here for the Tigers on their own 43-yard line. They call it the 44.
Starting to see a lot of the same stuff that I saw versus McCracken County. A lot of, after the whistle, how would you say it nice?
Extracurriculars.
Yes.
So I mentioned that the Tigers had some struggle with that against McCracken County. It led to some laundry on the field as Robbins takes the snap and gives it to Bomer, and he finds some running room on that right side. Now he's at the 20, the 10, and he's going to go in untouched for the touchdown as the Tigers took advantage of that spread look. Trojan defense really cheating those outside receivers, and once Bomer got past what we call the second level, there was no one near him, and he runs it in for the first score of the game. 6-0, Tigers strike first. 10:39 left here in the first quarter. And so the extra point attempt will be handled by number 29. And I don't have his name, and I should, because he kicks it through, gives the Tigers an early lead, 7-0. And we talked about it coming in. This is an explosive Tiger offense, and we talked so much about their pass, and I'm sure that's what the defense was sort of looking for in that drive, but their best plays were 2 big runs.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you throw the ball, you're going to open up the run. So, I mean, let's face it, it's still high school football. It's still a lot of times run first. I mean, A lot of your big plays are coming off runs, so we've got to try to stop that here going forward.
The Trojans are going to have their first offensive possession of the game as the Tigers get set to kick off. This is where Trojan offense is really going to have to show up big, as obviously they have to put some points on the board, but one of their best defenses against this Tiger offense is a sustained drive. Keep that Tiger offense on the sideline. Let them get cold. Let them get a little frustrated by not getting to play as much. Short kick, and onside kick is going to be recovered by the Tigers as the Tiger kicker kicked it past the front line, a little high, squat like a chip shot in golf, and that second line of the Trojan special teams never came up to field that ball, and Tigers played it well.
Yeah, we did a little bit of something different there. If you notice, we had 3 and 3, where usually we have 2, 2 and 2. So I'd say we'll probably change that after that.
Yeah, as that's going to give the Tigers excellent field position with 10:39 left, and special teams has been a problem this year for the Trojans, giving up some kickoff returns for touchdowns, and here they give up the onside kick. As this ball is going to get spotted about the 37-yard line, so Tigers will start with a very short field. Robbins out of the shotgun. He's got a back to his left, 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Robbins takes the snap. He's looking to his left. It's all time to throw. Throws deep. He's got a receiver, and as Bridges went up for the catch, the safety of the Trojans came over and met him at the ball and knocked it loose. That was well played by the Trojans.
Yeah, it looked like a really good play from Elliott McHouston there. Read the ball and went after it, kind of helping our other defender out. I mean, he was in really good position, but Elliott coming over and laying the hit really knocked the ball loose right there.
He's 2nd and 10 from the 37, and noticing the Trojans are going to. The front line is going to have to find a way to make Robbins a little uncomfortable, as that was a good throw, but he had no pressure. And when you have no pressure, quarterbacks get comfortable. It's like a batter in the batter's box, right? Robbins out of the shotgun. He's looking to his left, looking to throw again. And he's going to take off and run with it. Makes a guy miss. Going to get the ball to about the 29-yard line before he's tackled. So that'll make it 3rd and about 2. Robbins couldn't find an open receiver there and just took off and got what he could.
Big 2 downs for the Trojans right here.
Trojan defense would really like to come back and get the ball back to their offense. 7-0, 9:56 left in the first quarter. Clock's running as Murray makes some substitutions and brings in a fullback. Robbins out of the shotgun, got a back to his left. He gives it to that back who takes off, cuts back to his left. He's going to get the first down at about the 25-yard line. So he wanted to go right behind big Preston Hill, who came in to be an extra blocker. Robbins going no huddle here. The Trojans make a substitution. Now he looks to the sideline to get his play call. Shotgun look, back to his left. And fakes the handoff, throws to receiver out to the left. It'll be short yardage there. Martin on the catch. Get about 3 yards. We'll make it 2nd and about 7 from the Trojan 22-yarder. See Murray subbing back in one of the receivers, so they'll go back to that 4 wide receiver look, 1 back. Robbins out of the shotgun. Back is lined up to his left, 2 wideouts each way. Robbins looking to his right. He's got an open receiver out in the right near the hash. Is not able to make the catch. Just a little beyond him. That was Braylon Patterson, the intended receiver. Off his fingertips there.
Webster County is really playing loose right here as far as DBs. It seems like they're playing really far off, kind of trying to make sure the deep ball doesn't get thrown.
I'll make it 3rd and 7 from 22. Robbins from the gun, takes the snap. He's looking right, rolls to his right, throwing deep to the back corner of the end zone, and he's got an open receiver, and that's Isaiah Martin for the touchdown. It's sort of a deep out. Martin got behind the defense, and Robbins just sort of led him to that back pylon and threw it where only his guy could get it.
Yeah, it looked like he really had a step or two on more. I believe it was safety right there, too.
So that'll make it 13-0 for the Tigers. With 8:28 left here in the first quarter. Extra point try by number 29 is up and good. And just like that, the Tigers are up 2 scores, and Trojan defense is really struggling to slow this Murray Tiger team down. And we mentioned they got a lot of weapons, and I'm making some notes here in my card. I think that maybe 6 different Tigers have already touched the ball in some form or fashion. It just speaks to the weapons they've got on offense.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of spreading the ball around. I think right now our best defense would be to get the ball in our hands and go on a long drive and really burn a lot of time off the clock right here.
That touchdown catch was by Isaiah Martin. That's his 12th receiving touchdown of the season. It's not a bad stat through 6 games. I guess now 7th game. So Webster County will try to get their first offensive possession as special teams come out. Same look as last time. Again, the Murray Tiger kicker kicked it just beyond that front line, and that second line, which only has 3 guys in it, never really came up to fill the ball. This time to knuckleball that hits at about the 28-yard line. Kautzman fields it on a hop, and he'll get to about the 32. Again, something Eli and I were talking about with the new NFL kicking rules. We're seeing a lot of creativity with kicking right now, and I have a feeling that's going to start to creep down. Even if they don't change the rules, we see guys, at least kickoff guys, knuckling it, spinning it, doing a lot of creative things, anything to make it hard on the special teams returning the kick.
I look for them to make it pretty much all football.
I think so.
Taking away a lot of concussions, a lot of head hits.
Yeah. And it's added, I think, a fun element.
If I'm not mistaken, a couple of years ago they talked about coin flips.
And then just start off, yeah. And we've got a direct snap out of the shotgun to Phillips, who's going to run to the sideline and unfortunately, I think, get tackled for no gain. It's a little different look here for the Trojans to start with Phillips taking sort of a wildcat look. Actually, it's going to be marked for a loss. So they'll make it 2nd and about 11 from the 31-yard line of the Trojans. Hayden Wright, the quarterback for the Trojans. Senior leads the Trojans in touchdowns. He'll be under center for this 2nd and 11. He looks to the sideline. I think the Trojans don't have enough players on offense. And so Kautzman jogs in and joins Phillips in the backfield.
We got to go right here.
Right, hands it off to Phillips. There's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Tigers. As Phillips was taking that handoff, we saw a Tiger interior lineman just kind of break through and do what you're taught to do. He put his helmet right on the ball, popped it out. The Tigers jumped on it. They're going to have their 3rd offensive possession of the first quarter with 7:28 left, and their best field position as that recovery came at about the 27-yard line. So Tigers take over. Senior Wyatt Robbins, quarterback we expect to play at the next level next season. Hasn't made a decision yet. Being recruited by a number of schools. Robbins out of shotgun. He's got a back to his right, 3 wide outs to his right, 1 to his left. And Robbins takes the snap. He's looking to his right, and he's going to be sacked for a loss by Poe. He came sort of on a delayed blitz there, hitting from the blind side, and big loss for the Tigers. Will push the ball back to the 34-yard line.
Looked like Big Daniel Perez was in on it too.
Yeah.
Looked like he finally beat that double team and got in there.
Only thing I would say, Poe, is hey, learn that swim move as you get that guy on the blind side like that. That quarterback's usually going to have the ball, right-handed thrower, in the same spot. But regardless, 2nd long for the Tigers. Robbins with a sprint out to his right and overthrows a receiver. That was Martin. Kind of came on a crossing route for him.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you, as playing quarterback before, that defensive guy was not thinking swing, getting that ball. He was just thinking kill shot. That bag's turned.
Just blow him up. Blow him up. 3rd and long for the Tigers here as Robbins gets the play call. He'll be out of the shotgun. It's been out of the shotgun entire first quarter. Got it back to his left, 3 to his right, 1 to his left. He's looking to his right, and he's going to scramble out to his right. He's got some running room, but he's still looking to throw. Now he's just going to tuck it and get some yardage, and gets about 4 yards, but it'll be 4th and long from across the 28-yard line. And based off of the kicker I saw warming up, I think the Tigers will go for this. So call it 4th and 12. 6:16 left in the first quarter. Tigers lead 14-0, and big chance for this defense here to get a turnover on downs. Robbins looks to the sideline. Tigers are going to go empty here. So 5 wideouts, 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Robbins takes a snap, deep drop, still has it, moving to his left, throws out in the flat to Patterson, who's got some running room at the 10-yard line, gets it all the way to the 6. And that'll be more than enough for the first down, but there is a flag in the area of holding, actually ineligible receiver downfield. And so that'll be all for naught. Back the Tigers up here.
It really kind of, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it looks like Webster Hills kind of doing it. I mean, I think they're doing a good job up front. I mean, I am seeing quite a few calls that I'd be arguing, throw the flag, that's holding for us.
So make it 4th and 16. That's a 5-yard penalty. And it's hard on those offensive linemen when quarterbacks roll out. They don't know if they're running or throwing, and some linemen that leak downfield. Robbins stayed behind the line of scrimmage, eventually threw it, but once you get 2 or 3 yards downfield as a lineman, that's in that ineligible category. Robbins, empty set, shotgun. He's looking deep, he's throwing deep, and he's going to overthrow a receiver. And I thought that was really well played there by the Trojans.
He was really trying to ride him inside. I mean, it was a good no call by Mr. Mercer back there, but he really looked like he was trying to draw the pass interference right there.
Yeah, that was Cunningham, the intended receiver, but Boucher was with him step for step. And you know as well as I do, if you got your eyes on the ball, they'll let you be physical. If you look like you're making a play on the ball, and Boucher was kind of tracking that ball while also keeping Cunningham from getting deep enough to it. So the Trojans will take over at the 35-yard line. 14-0, 5:34 left here in the first quarter. Wright's under center. Phillips is behind him. And we've got another fumble. Fumble on the snap. And I think the Tigers have recovered. So the Trojans can't get out of their own way, Ben.
Yeah, we just erased our fumble with the stop right there, and here we do it again, kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
So that'll be the 3rd. If you count the onside kick, that'll be the 3rd turnover by the Trojans here in the first quarter. Onside kick and then 2 turnovers on offensive possessions. Trojans late getting lined up on defense. Tigers hurry the line, snap it, and hand it off, and they're going to get about 6 yards there on sort of that quick change of possession. Tigers hustled their offense out and got a playoff before the Trojans could get enough guys on the field. So make it 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line as the Tigers make some substitutions here. Trojan defense been on the field a lot here in the first quarter. 14-0, 4:53 left in the first quarter. Robbins out of the shotgun, got it back to his left, 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Takes a snap, little inside give. Actually, Robbins is going to keep it on the RPO action and makes a guy miss. It gets the ball out to the 14, enough for the first down, but we've seen it a couple times. Robbins doesn't look real comfortable in space with the ball, And he dead-legged the guy there, but I think it was because his cleat got caught. I don't think he was intending to do that, but made a guy miss and got enough for a first down.
I don't know if their coach knows this, but he's got 1,695 yards of passing with 1 interception. Why is he running the ball?
Yeah. And so I'm kind of with you and prefer to see him back in the pocket as we're going to get a timeout, I believe, by the Trojans. So Tigers have it 1st and 10 from about the 14, so they can get a first down before the goal line, leading 14-0. And so far, the tale of this game has been execution by the Tiger offense most of the time, inexecution by the Trojan offense all of the time, as I believe the offense for the Trojans has just ran 3 plays, and 2 of those have been fumbles that have gone to the Tigers.
Yeah, big game like this, you cannot have that. We have to drive the ball and eat up a lot of time because Murray is wasting really no time scoring. I mean, we've got 4:12 left in the first, and they've already put up 14, and plus we stopped them 1 time. So, I mean, this is their 4th offensive possession, correct?
Absolutely. 4th possession with 4:12 left in the first quarter. Robbins going to be under center for the first time. Puts a man in motion, gives it to him. A little jet action. That's Simon Rickman. Runs along that right side and gets tackled right at the first down marker. I think he may be a little short. So make it 3rd and short here, and the Trojans have a defender down. I think that's Ty Phillips. And it didn't big. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. 14-0. Tigers lead over the
When you stack, where it looks like you're playing, you're probably not going to swing outside. You can try it all night. You gotta run it like you would power.
We're back for this 2nd and short opportunity for the Tigers, who sprint out after that injury timeout. Wyatt takes a snap, tosses it to his left, and actually there's going to be a tackle for loss in the backfield as the Tigers tried to take advantage of that injury timeout. They sprinted out, got lined up, ran a quick play, but the Trojans were ready for it, and Bridges is tackled for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4 from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, it was a really good heads-up play by Bubba right. Shoestrings and did a good job.
Robbins out of the shotgun. Got it back to his right. He rolls to his right. And Robbins just going to keep it. And flag flies as Robbins gets tackled short of the goal line. I think we're going to get a hold. Sure enough, on the Tigers. So that'll back this thing up and make it 3rd and about 12. As the Trojan defense trying to do a little bend, don't break here on this drive and get the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, really good flag right there going in our direction. I look for a few more of those because it's, I seriously think you could call it every play.
So it'll be 3rd and about, we'll call it 13, almost 14 yards. Ball is spotted at about the 18. 2:55 left here in the first quarter. Tigers lead 14-0. Robbins out of the shotgun. He's got 4 wideouts, 3 to his left, 1 to his right, and back to his left. Takes the shotgun. He's looking to his left. Got a receiver open on the slant. That's number 15, Cunningham. He gets some good yardage, but he's tackled short of the first down. He'll be tackled about 1.5 yards short. So make it 4th and short here, and a really big play for this Trojan defense coming up.
Yeah, Murray's bringing on the big boys. They can run that power.
heavy package. Robbins under center. Trojans get a defender on the field late, and it's not going to matter as the Tigers run it right up the middle for a touchdown.
Have another flag.
So substitution penalty on the Trojans will be declined, and the Tigers will stretch this thing out to 3 scores here in the first quarter, 20-0 with 2:11 left in the first quarter. The Tigers get lined up for the extra point try. Their kicker's been busy here in the first quarter. Snap is down, and the kick is good. I thought I might have wide right there, but official decided it crossed the goal line or goalpost. So 21-0, 2:11 left here in the first quarter, and the Trojans still looking for their first down.
Yeah, we haven't held on to the ball. It seems like a little bit of the end of the Ohio County game has kind of followed us up here to Trojan Stadium here. Really hope Coach Milam can get them calmed down. I think they're just wound a little tight.
We'll have to first field a kick, which has not been an assumed success, at least tonight, as the Tigers, after scoring first, completed a successful onside kick. Trojans really sort of struggling with alignment here on kickoff, as getting some calls from the sideline as people are getting positioned. Murray set to kick it off. This kick is going to be high but short. It's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line by Boucher, who finds a little running room, gets it out to the 41-yard line. This will be the best field position for the Trojan offense to start a drive.
Andrew did a really good job on that. Carried a couple of Murray's kids down about 5 yards.
So we'll see if the Trojan offense can get going here. 21-0, 2:06 left in the first quarter. Being marched all the way out to the far hash. Actually, I'm sorry, the official went to trade balls out, so he'll come and bring it back. And
hard to keep up with.
It is, yeah. Looked like he was going to spot it there on that far hash. I was like, why in the world? All right, out of the shotgun, senior Hayden Wright. I'm sorry, he's going to go under center here. No back behind him. Sends one in motion. That's Boucher. He gives it to him on that jet action. Boucher cuts it up. And that's a run for about 5 yards. So good play there on first down by the Trojans.
Yeah, it really heads up play by Boucher right there. That sweep off a little earlier. You know, looks like Murray's got about 6, 7 guys on line. So not every sweep we run tonight is going to be cut up.
Phillips jogs back out there. He was banged up earlier. He'll be in the backfield for this one. Wright's under center. And get a jet sweep to the other side. That's Poe. But the Tigers read this one well, and it's going to be tackled for a pretty big loss. Loss of about 3 yards. Actually, he gets a tough spot. Official's going to mark him back almost at the original line of scrimmage. As actually, now I see they spot it at that line. I don't know. The officials are confusing me. They are. They are. So it'll be about 3rd and 7. So we'll call it about a loss of a yard, maybe a yard and a half. So the Trojans, 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Will try to convert this 3rd down from their own 45-yard line. Wright takes the snap, gives it to the second man through. That's Phillips, but he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th and long. Coach, I'll ask you, you're down 21-0 in the first quarter. Do you go for this at your own 45?
Well, I mean, we haven't stopped them so far, so maybe hope for a little bit of magic right here.
It's like the Trojans are going to go for it, but they're Some confusion on their personnel.
And it looks like Daniel's backing up now.
Yep, and it looks like Perez will kick this away. Perez takes the snap. Tigers come after it, and it's going to be a short kick by Perez. It's going to be fielded by the Tiger returner at the 30. Now he's past the 40, 46-yard line, 47. And that's where he's tackled, and that's where the Tigers will start their first drive of the second quarter. 21-0, Murray leads over the Webster County Trojans. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Dixon, Kentucky. Second quarter. Welcome back to Dixon, Kentucky. Second quarter action between the Trojans and the Tigers. Trojans punted away yard line. That's where Robbins will start this possession. Tigers lead 21-0. Robbins out of the shotgun. He's got a back to his left. Takes the snap. And Robbins is going to be sacked by number 56. I think that was J.J. Sheridan who got him. And we've got a flag here. We'll see what this call is. They're going to call a horse collar on the Trojans. That's a tough break there for Sheridan.
I do not like that call. That's way too late. That's one of those that you've either got to throw right as their butts are hitting the ground, or I don't like that.
Well, and to defend Sheridan, I thought that was more on the front, where I thought the horse collar tackle was more on the back near the numbers, near the top of the jersey. You know, they're trying to avoid that leg injury that happens.
And it's got to be jersey. It can't be shoulder pads also.
Yeah.
I don't like that call.
So that'll be a free 15 yards for the Tigers. Robbins out of the gun. Looks to his right, a little inside screen, but the pass is dropped by Bridges. After that penalty, the Tigers have it at the Trojan 30, off the 36-yard line. That's where it'll be 2nd and 10. 11:15 left in the first quarter, 21-0. Tigers lead the Trojans. Robbins out of the shotgun. He's got a couple backs to his right, or a couple of wideouts to his right, two to his left, a back to his left. Robbins takes the snap, he's looking deep, throwing deep across the field, and a nice catch by Curd. Caught that ball at about the 22-yard line on a sort of a deep out. And we saw some of Robinson's skill there, where he threw that pass right where he should have, and Curd was the only guy who was going to catch it.
Yeah, it was a really good play by Murray. And what I didn't like was this new blocking technique where you grab them by the back of the shoulder pads and pull them down. But
Robbins out of the shotgun, toss play to his left. That's Bomer. He's got some running room, cuts it up at the 10. He's going to go in for the touchdown. And as we've seen that a few times, Robbins, or rather the Tigers, or a turnover, they got lined up quickly. Almost always it's been a run play after that. And Trojans just didn't look ready off the snap, and Bomer went in basically untouched.
yeah, they're doing a really good job keep catching us off guard on that.
It's usually, a call from the sideline. It's usually, the coach usually just have maybe 3 or 4 plays. You run from that. You just call out that scramble drill and then, the play that goes with it, so guys can line up and get ready right at the snap. Extra point try by the Tigers is, as that'll make it 28-0 with 10:58 left here in the second quarter. And Trojan offense find themselves in a big hole, and at least to this point have yet to really threaten on offense. Maybe they can get a drive going here.
Yeah, I'd really like to see them start trying to cut some of those jet sweeps up. They're having good success with them when they do cut them up. Just something to think about right there.
Trojan special teams. It's ready to receive this kick. And coach, help me out. I'm doing some math. I only see 10 guys out there for the Trojans. All right, there goes an extra guy. seen that. Feels like more tonight than we have in previous weeks of Trojans' alignment issues, whether it's special teams or defense or offense, and just having some trouble getting the right personnel on the field.
Yeah, I think they're just subbing guys and kind of throwing them, you know, not really a coaching issue, but just guys that are going in and they kind of haven't played there before.
This kick is a deep one. It's going to be fielded by Boucher at the 30, or actually the 20-yard line. He'll bring it up past the 30, gets it all the way to the 35, and that's where the Trojans will start this offensive possession, trailing 28-0 with 10:53 left in the second quarter. Mitch and Murray 6-0, one of their best starts in school history, averaging 49 points a game. They're well on pace to average tonight, and for whatever reason, Murray looks like they'll get to play a game, maybe 2 or 3. And right, lined up under center, a couple backs behind him. Trojans start from their own 35, 1st and 10. Wright gives it to Phillips, running off that right tackle, and just not a lot there. So we get maybe a yard, make it 2nd long. Trojans will have it 2nd and about 9.5 from their own 36-yard line as Wright runs over, gets the play. 10:20, clock is running here in the second quarter, 28-0. Murray leads Webster County. Wright's under center. Phillips is behind him. Now Boucher motions in the backfield, takes a toss, and cuts it up and gets met by a couple of Tiger defenders. He's wanting to go outside, but saw that there was nothing there. Ended up cutting it in, and there was a little bit there, but not much. And he'll end up losing a yard.
Murray's putting it looks like 7 or 8 guys on the line of scrimmage, so it's really hard to run sweep on that. You've got to cut it up underneath what would be the outside guy on the line of scrimmage. Would really like to see just a short little quick pass play right here and kind of, you know, try to get them to drop another linebacker back or, you know, something to get a guy off the line of scrimmage.
As Wright's under center, a couple backs behind him, and he's bootlegging out to his right, but he was being tackled by a defender as he threw the ball. Tried to hit Ty Phillips, but Wright was on his way to the ground, and that pass will fall incomplete. That'll make it 4th and long from the 35 for the Trojans, and looks like the Trojans will punt this thing away.
A good job by Wright not taking a sack right there.
Mentioned this Tiger defense does give up some points. They give up 25 points per game, gave up 56 last week in a win. So far, Trojan offense has had no answer. Perez takes a snap, and it's blocked, and it's going to be recovered by the Tigers inside the 14, and kind of saw that one coming as they've come after a couple of punts by Perez tonight. And Perez, I say this with love, he's a lineman, and he, you know, he's not real quick on that kick sometimes, and he needs some help, needs some time. The Tigers bull rushed him there and got to that one.
You know, I mean, he can kick the ball a mile, but might want to speed it up just a little bit this next one.
So the Tigers will take over from the Trojan 14-yard line, be their best field position of the night. 9:14 left in the second quarter, leading 28-0. Robbins is going to be under center, looks like. Now actually backs up now. Give a pistol look with a back behind him. Hands it off to that back, and he gets it inside the 5. I think got it down to the 4. Let's see. That was Simon Rickman, the senior, on the carry. He's 2nd short from about the 5-yard line. And same play, and this time Rickman gets into the end zone. And so the Tigers just hurried to the line, and same alignment, same play, and Rickman just followed his blockers into the end zone and about a 5-yard gain for the touchdown, and pushes this thing out to a 5-score game here in the second quarter, 34-0 with 8:50 left. Tigers kicker will attempt his 5th extra point of the night. He's 4 for 4 so far. And this one is also good. That'll make it 35-0 with 8:50 left in the second quarter.
Looking at their stats, I believe it is their JV kicker, because it looked like number 90 was the holder, and according to the stat sheet, he is 34 for 36 on point after touchdowns. So great job tonight.
Sort of expect as this game moves on, we might see Murray probably working in some of their 2s and 3s. Now that they have a 5-score lead here with 8:50 left in the second quarter. And you mentioned it before, and I'll say this, I think the Union County game may be a pretty interesting game between Murray and Union County next week based off of what I've seen so far.
Yeah, Union County pretty run heavy, but from my understanding, passing the ball a little bit, so they're big up front, always have been. So
Murray kicks it off. This one's high but short. It's headed towards out of bounds, and it is going to go out of bounds, so that'll be a penalty. And just looking at it, Murray goes to Union County next week, and then we'll have Central at home and Caldwell at home to finish the season. Webster has another home game against Hopkins County Central, and then we travel to Union and then finish up on Halloween night at Todd County Central.
Yeah, I don't think Murray's liking them fuel bills coming up here to Webster and Union County.
As Webster will start from their own 35. Offensive possessions have had good starting field position. It's just been execution. As Wright will be under center. A couple backs behind him. 7:50. Clock is running 35-0 here in the second quarter. Wright takes the snap, gives it to Phillips, and he is met in the backfield by a host of Tigers. And it's going to be tackled for a loss. They'll make it 2nd and long. From about the 34-yard line for the Trojans. Trojans had their first victory of the season last week, an away win at Ohio County, and it wasn't easy. It was a game that went back and forth, and both teams had chances to win. Both teams did things that could have cost them a win, and Webster ended up holding on.
Yeah, our prediction held true.
Looking at an injured Trojan in the stands. Right there is, now we've got a turnover, and I believe that was an interception by Gage Chapman. Return for a touchdown. As Wright had dropped the pass, and Chapman playing that linebacker position. Picked that off and scrambled 35 yards for the interception return. Pushes the score out 41-0. So, extra point try by the Tigers, who lead now 41-0 with 6:48 left in the second quarter. Hold is down and the kick is good. 42-0 now. Tigers lead over the Trojans. So Trojans will get ready for the kickoff. Special teams has gotten a lot of work here. And perhaps the Trojans can put a drive together here before halftime. Tigers kicking left to right. Mentioned earlier, it's pink out night here at Webster County. Number of fans and cheerleaders and personnel wearing pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month and in honor of some people here locally who know that battle well. Tigers will kick off. Kick is high but short. It's going to be fielded by Boucher, I believe, who tripped as he was trying to return the kick. And
Kick field
officials
is
are
by
going to
number
spot it at
2,
about the
Walker.
32-yard line. So that's where the Trojans will start this offensive possession. Senior quarterback Hayden Wright will lead the Trojans up to the line. Trojans really struggling to move the ball tonight. And Richard coming in, it's a Tiger defense that gives up some points, has given up some yards, but what we've noticed throughout this game is so that'll stop play here with 5:40 left in the second quarter as Coach Milam will bring his offense over and try to get something going.
Looked like Murray's starting to sub some guys in, so.
Perez in the backfield will be a lead blocker here for Phil. Blockers in that formation. Perez will stay in the backfield. Wright continues to run 42-0. Murray leads here in the second quarter as Wright runs over, get the play call.
Almost like Coach was listening to you right there, Bob.
Boucher was trying to get to this, I would say, the big side of the field, but cut it up and got some yards. Starter on both sides of the ball for the Tigers. That's a big loss for them. As Trojans have it 4. Takes the snap, and it's a naked bootleg play. Wright gets out to his left, cuts it up. It's a naked bootleg play. Wright gets out to his left, cuts it up, and gets enough for first down as he made a defender miss in the backfield. Second and 11. Under 2 minutes to play now before halftime. Wright getting the play call from Coach Milam.
Looks like Murray's put in quite a bit of their starters again.
Yeah, I notice big number 75, Ryan Walls, that interior line for the Tigers. He's a load. His right rolls out to his right, gets a pass off. That's Elliott McQuiston, and they're going to say, I think he caught it, but was down where he caught it. So a nice play there by Wright and McQuiston. It'll be about a 6-yard gain there. Make it third and about 5. Call it 6.
Tell you what, Hayden's really doing a good job getting the ball off and getting tackled. I don't think he's done a pass that he hasn't been wrapped up tonight.
Right, I'm not going to say this too loud, but I actually thought his shin was down when he threw that ball. That'd be one in college NFL would get reviewed, but thankfully no review here in high school, so that'll go as a completed pass for the Trojans. But with 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, this may be the final play of the quarter. Clock is running, now under 30 to play. Wright getting folks lined up. He's out of the shotgun, got it back either way. He's looking to pass again. Throws out in the right flat to Boucher. He finds a little bit of running room. And he'll make it 4th and about 2. But the Trojans look like they may be content to take this to the half. As we're under 5 seconds to play, I'm watching to see if Milam asks for a timeout. Trojans have one left, but no, they'll just take it to the half. So we'll go to the half as well. 42-0, Tigers lead over the Trojans. We'll be back to talk about it right after this. undefeated.
Yeah, they're definitely going to give Union a run for their money on district champs. I don't know how many in a row, but it's several. That's going to be a good game. I would really like to see that game. Union County typically run heavy, very big up front. So I mean, it's going to be interesting. Murray being a passing/run team, very physical up front, very physical defense. We'll see how that game goes, and then Pop Central. They're little. I think they're diverse too. I think they like to try to throw the ball. We've got Silas Gunn over there running as quarterback. And really likes to run the ball. So it's going to be two games that aren't going to be gimmies. So.
Yeah, looking at Class 3A, there's still quite a few teams undefeated. Christian Academy of Louisville, Murray, of course, Lloyd Memorial, Glasgow, Bourbon County, and Rockcastle County, and some teams that and also Bell County. And, of course, Bell County and Glasgow have had some good runs here lately in high school football, at least in the playoffs. Christian Academy, that's a relatively new school that has had some success in athletics. And so it'll be interesting to see where Murray may end up if they're able to kind of run the table here in the regular season. They'll have a pretty favorable position, at least to start the playoffs. As the end of halftime, buzzer rings and both teams are getting set for the opening kickoff. Webster County will receive the ball to start this second half. 42-0. Murray Tigers over Webster County thus far.
Yeah, you talked about Christian Academy Louisville. They won the last two state championships. I know last year they beat Union County in it, and if I'm not mistaken, they won the 2 years before that, maybe.
I think you may be right. They've only been around, I'm going to take a guess at it, but not that long. So, but have dominated in athletics. As it's pretty good football played in Louisville. A number of good players come from that area. Trinity and St. X with kind of a historic rival.
Got a lot of kids to choose from over there.
Absolutely. And another area in the state that's grown is that northern Kentucky area, that Florence, Kentucky, just across the river from Cincinnati. Some really good football played in that area. That Highlands area, of course, famously Jerry Lorenzen from that area. As Murray gets set to kick it off, his kick is short and high. It's going to be fielded by an up man and find some running room, and trying to see the number on that. Maybe an Elliott McQuiston.
Yeah, it looked like Elliott.
Elliott gets it out to about the 44-yard line, so that's where the Trojans will start their first offensive possession of the second half. Running clock because of the score as Wright makes his way out after getting the play call. Got a George Kittle jersey sighting in the stands tonight. See a lot of those in Webster County. As Wright takes the snap, gives it to Boucher in that jet action. He cuts it up, gets a few yards. I think it's 2nd 8.
Number 2, Andrew Boucher was carried.
George's got good taste with that jersey, don't they?
Oh, George Kittle lives in Nashville in the offseason and runs a sort of a tight end camp there in Nashville. Has hosted it at Lipscomb Academy a number of years. Lipscomb Academy, a pretty dominant football program in recent years down there in Middle Tennessee. Is right under center. It's going to give it on a jet sweep to Poe. This time running to that left side and just not able to find any running room as Murray sniffed that one out. He tackled for a loss. Tackling back at the 40, and that'll bring up 3rd and about 15.
I'm not so sure right there that they didn't have 9 guys on the line of scrimmage. Definitely 8. Very difficult to run any type of sweep against that front.
Yeah, Murray did a good job. You're taught as a defender to string it out, all right? Just continue to kind of run parallel until you get the right angle on that ball carrier. And you've got help coming if you do that, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, definitely. Use the sideline.
Yep, running to the sideline. Use that defender. So it'll be third and about 14 yards from their own 40 for the Trojans, as Wright's going to be out of the shotgun. He's got a couple of backs either way. Wright looking to throw, and Quiston, sort of a quick comeback route, ball skips off his hands. So quick look there by Wright, and Quiston just wasn't able to handle it. It'll be 4th and long, and looks like the Trojans will be content to punt this away. That clock continues to run under 9 minutes, 42-0. The Tigers lead, and Tigers lined up in sort of a punt safe here. And they get close to that one, but Perez gets it off. It's a line drive, takes a Trojan roll inside the 30, comes to rest at about the 28. So that's where the Tigers will start their first possession of the second half. And looks like Wyatt Robbins will be out there at quarterback. I was kind of curious to see what the Tigers would do here on offense.
I figured they'd run them one series here after halftime and give them the night off.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess no QB runs here. I imagine the coaching staff has told him don't take any unnecessary hits. It's always easy to tell a player. It's a lot harder to do in the flow of the game, though, isn't it?
Yes, it's almost impossible to do it.
Robbins takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He's got a receiver open, but the pass is low. That was Martin. Martin, the leading receiver for the Tigers. And just sort of a lack of rhythm there by quarterback and receiver. Pass was low, but the receiver really didn't do a good job breaking on that ball either. I think Robbins was thinking more about, or rather, Martin was thinking more about the yards after the catch than the catch, and kind of showed there.
Well, it looked like the quarterback really couldn't get it out of his hands. He really messed with it, trying to get on the laces, and got rid of it pretty quick.
So we're going to get a new quarterback here, and that's number 15 on RPO action. He's going to keep it running. He's got a lot of room across the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown. And that's freshman Kenyon Cunningham. And I mentioned him in warm-ups that he looked like a good-looking player, and man, he showed some speed there.
Yeah, it looked like a couple of our Trojans were playing tag football there. They weren't ready for it, and just looked like they were just tagging off on him. So I bet we'll be ready for that one the next series.
Cunningham out in space, really impressive with the ball. Gets what's going to amount to about a 70-yard touchdown run. Make it 48-0, pending the extra point. Extra point is up and good, and that'll make it 49-0 with 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. Trojan offense got the ball to start the half with 3 and out. And then on the second snap of the first offensive possession for the Tigers, Cunningham on a little RPO action kept it for himself and ended up scrambling about 70 yards for a touchdown.
I guess it was all right since they pulled him out. Go ahead and let the quarterback run it right there. Let's see what you got, freshman.
I'm not so sure that one offensive snap for Robbins may not have been more to try to get Martin another catch. And Coach didn't like what he saw, and I think both guys were pulled after that play. And so regardless, Cunningham's excited about it, as he got, well, I'm going to assume, maybe one of the longest runs of his season. Tigers set to kick it off left to right. This is short, high. Quiston fields it at the 35 and fights for yardage. And it's not going to get much there. Call it the 38. That's where the Trojans will start their second offensive possession. 6:30. Clock is running here because of the score in the second half. Another dynamic to this second half. Gets the play call, goes back out to the huddle. That's Rivas, and the ball gets marked at about the 40.
I'd like to run a freeze play and just get the
3 for the Trojans. 2:25 left here in the third quarter. 49 junior tackled him for a 2-yard loss. And
a small team by any means.
now reverses field, and he's going to be sacked for a big loss. Wright's a right-handed thrower, and it's hard on those righties to roll out to your left. He did have a receiver downfield. That was Boucher he was looking for, but Wright tried to reverse field once the line of the Murray Tigers got in the backfield and ended up getting sacked for a big loss. It's going to be about 3rd and 23 yards from the Trojan 44-yard line. 40 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Wright's under center. Got Phillips behind him. And busted play as Wright takes it up the middle for about a yard. We saw him kick that foot up, and he wanted somebody to go in motion. Neither guy moved. Actually, somebody flinched. It could have been a false start. And then the snap came, and Wright didn't have anybody to hand it off to, and just went up the middle.
Yeah, it was a good decision by Wright not to really damage it any more than it already is. Little miscue, a good decision by Wright. I mean, he's taking a beating tonight.
Yeah, he's going to kind of slowly walk to the sidelines. That'll take us to the fourth quarter. Tigers lead 49-0. We'll be back right after this with fourth quarter action. Call it about 21 yards as offense stays on the field. Wright's going to be out of the shotgun. He's got a back either way. One wide out to his right. Wright takes the snap. He's looking to pass and rolls out to his right. Hits Elliott McQuiston, but unfortunately, pass is going to be just a little short of the sticks. So good gain there on the pass play, but that'll go as a turnover on downs.
And that's a turnover on down.
I wonder if that's not the same play they were trying to run a while ago when they took the big sack.
So Murray will take over from their own 35-yard line as Murray works some subs into the game. Clock is running. 10:50 left to play here in the fourth quarter. And I think we may get a new quarterback here for Murray. Looks like it's number 16, freshman Liam Floda. So he'll operate out of the shotgun. He's got a back to his right, 2 wideouts each way. Floda calls for the snap and throws. That's a backwards pass. It's incomplete. Refs are blowing it dead, but Coach, I'm pretty sure that was a backwards pass.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that absolutely was a backwards pass. The receiver really worked back a lot more than he should have.
So that'll
There's no arguing with them. They're not going to change it.
It's one of those where tell your defense too, don't assume forward or backwards pass there. Go after everything like it's a fumble, just in case.
I was thinking that earlier in the game when I missed screen pass.
Toss play goes to number 8, Richardson. He's a sophomore, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss. Make it 3rd and about 14 for the Tigers, as Flota with his first drive of the game. Sort of a NFL preseason game right now, Phil, for the Tigers, as we're getting a different quarterback seemingly every possession.
Yeah, I guess the other guy that he said, we might use that a little later on. Let's not get you hurt.
Cunningham just had the one snap and ran it for a touchdown. Float out of the shotgun. He's looking to throw, and he's scrambling around, and I believe Perez is going to sling him down to the ground for a sack. And that'll be 4th and 20 plus here as Webster County handles that drive by the Tigers. So looks like Murray will punt for the first time tonight with 8:35 left here in the 4th quarter. Tigers lead 49-0. Boucher back to receive this punt as Webster County get away from it.
Haven't been able to. I mean, a lot. They've had quite a bit of good the last, couple drives, but just can't put it all together. Let's see if they can finally put it all together right here.
Just looking at the schedule, the only team to shut Webster County out this year was Callaway County. Of course, big rival for the Murray Tigers. It was the first game of the year, 62-0. So right now, Webster County being outscored by Callaway County teams 111-0. So maybe they can erase that goose egg here on this drive. 7 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. Right out of the shotgun. Got a back to his left. Puts a man in motion. And he's looking to throw, and pass is deflected and intercepted by number 13, Patterson. And he may return this for a touchdown. Cuts it up at the 15. And it's going to shed a defender and run it into the end zone as Braylon Patterson, freshman for the Tigers, gets the pick 6. Second pick 6 for the Tigers tonight.
That's a hard one to swallow for the quarterback, it being tipped. I mean, that's a hard one. A good placed ball. That right there, you had to just turn the page on it, because that is not Hayden's fault whatsoever. Great placement on the ball, just unfortunate.
So 55-0, Tigers extend their lead. 6:40. Elliott Quiston on that play. Extra point is up and good. We'll make it 56-0.
Hit by number 29, Logan Sanger is good.
Trojans will send their special teams out, getting ready to receive this kick. Wright was looking for McQuiston kind of over the middle, and it's one of the things with those passes over the middle. There's just a lot of traffic in there, right? And so but also for the receiver, it takes some extra concentration as well to kind of track that ball across the line.
Yeah, that was old school tight end pop, tight end go. I remember running it when we played, that was kind of a staple. Everyone had that play, just run the ball, kind of catch it, stake and safety, and from there it's green field.
That's exactly
just hoping
right.
No one chases you down.
Yeah, that's when you show one or the other. As this kickoff from the Tigers is going to be that short, high kick that they like. It's going to bounce at the 34-yard line and go out of bounds. So Tigers have done a lot of directional kicking tonight. A couple times they've kicked it out of bounds. So Webster County will take over on offense. 6. As Wright goes to get the play from the sideline.
The Trojans start this drive at the 35-yard line.
Wright's thrown the ball more tonight than any game. Wright going to give it to the last man through. Quarter. Mentioned earlier, Murray will have to trek back across the state again here in a couple of weeks. Webster County will be back at home as Wright gives some instructions to his offense. Number 6, I believe. It's his first carry of the night. As we're at that point in the season where injuries are in street clothes. As Wright calls his own number, runs to the right, and dives forward near the 50. They're going to mark him at about the 49. So that'll get second and about 8. Move the ball back towards the 48.
We'll go back on my incorrect. That was Brennan Dunn on the carry. I don't want to make Monda's too.
So Dunn with his first carry of the night. We'll see if his number gets called again here on this drive. It looks like he's in the backfield. Wright's behind him, or Wright sends a man in motion. That's Boucher, and as Wright gets the play call. Wright takes the snap and runs towards the left side. He's got some room across the 40 and 38-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
That's good for number 4, Austin Holster. First down for Webster County.
So 2.5 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Wright didn't hit a lot tonight, so he's kind of hobbling a little bit as he walks over to the sideline to wait for the play to come in. Trojans probably going to take this snap with under 2 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 36-yard line. Wright's under center, got a back behind him. Sends a man in motion, and he'll give it to the guy in motion. That's Boucher, who was tackled for a loss by number 33, Silas Davis. Sophomore for the Tigers, read that well and tackled Boucher from behind.
Just really having a hard time setting that edge on that jet sweep.
Make it 2nd and 15, and clock goes under 1.5 minutes to play, and Trojans are down to what may be the last play or two of the game. Trojans do have 3 timeouts, but I don't expect they'll use one here with the score the way it is. 1:05 left to play. Right out of the gun. He's got 2 backs either side of him. 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He's got Elliott McQuiston out in the flat. Makes a catch and is tackled, but not after a gain of about maybe 7-8 yards. So they'll make it 3rd and 7. And with now under 40 seconds left to play, this may be the final play of the game. Right out of the gun, he's got a back either way. 3rd and 7. He's looking to pass. Now he scrambles out to his left. He's got some running room. He's got the first down. Spins and is finally driven out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That'll probably be the final play of this game, as now the clock ticks down. 5 seconds left, and the Trojans make their way to the sideline. So that'll do it here from Webster County. Webster County loses 56-0 to the Murray Tigers.